undiluted, unadulterated. It's probably replicated, but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Electric TV radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Electric TV radio. Stay tuned.
Electric TV radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen. You are listening to Electric TV radio. Electric TV radio. We are not just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting with people and creating a community of great minds and values. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV radio, the pathfinder for radio. Elegbete TV radio, we dare to lead.
They say sorry is the hardest thing to say by certain people, but then some other people use sorry as a tool to blackmail. Which would you rather have? Somebody blackmailing you by telling you sorry. What do I mean by that? There are times when somebody would really, really offend you, do something wrong, and then they will say sorry. And then you're still angry, and then they go about telling everybody, but I already told him sorry. What more does he or she want? But the thing is, sorry sometimes is not enough. But then again, in other times, in context, in other times, sorry is all there is to be said. Just say sorry and the problem is off. Well, I wish that man called Jordan Sancho would say sorry, but then he's not ready to say sorry because he doesn't think he should say sorry. As a matter of fact, he thinks he's the one that should be apologized to. Well, Liverpool fans are not angry with our Webb, Mr. Manchester United, as they believe that the man have not come out to say he is sorry for how they were robbed. But then our Webb have come out to admit that, that man Kovacic should have been given a red card. It's not a problem now, but when Kovacic, let's say Man City's next game, Kovacic goes on to score the winning goal against the opposition, then it becomes a problem. You know why? He should have been red carded in the Arsenal game, but it was never red carded. That's the funny thing about this whole life that we live in. Things always have a multiplier effect. One thing giving birth to the other. Isn't that how we live our life? It's the cycle of life, isn't it? Well, today, the squad that I'm going to name, I'm going to mention the squad, the player. I'm going to call the full player. Back in the day, this is going very, very far back. I'm going to give you some clues. Back in the day where there were only 2 substitutions. Yes, this squad played and lost a final. You are going to tell me what final that was. Yes, what team, what final. It's going to be easy for you to know the team that is. But it was the day when Bruce Grobella used to be a goalkeeper. And he was in goal, and you have Steve Nicol, who's now working as a pundit on ESPN. And you have Gary Gillespie, and then you also have Alan Hansen, the captain of the side. I've given you enough clue. Anyway, all 3 of them are Scottish people. And remember that Alan Hansen was the guy who said you can never win with youth to Manchester United, but then they wanted to win the title that year. Then there was Gary Abiet as well and Ray Houghton. Not forgetting that squad also have in central midfield wearing jersey number 5, the Englishman who was substituted in this game in the 74th minute, Nigel Speckman, and then you have Steve McMahon, and then you also have John Barnes. Is that not enough clue to let you know what team this is already? And then you have Peter Beardsley, John Aldridge, who also was substituted in the 64th minute. Now, something tells me you want to know who are on the bench. Craig Johnson and Jan Mulby. This was the day where you only have 2 substitutes. When I hear people say footballers of today play too many games, I just laugh. It was a time when the league had 24 teams in the league. And now somebody's telling me that the reason Eden Hazard, used to be the Garden of Eden when he was signed for Madrid, and then it became the biggest mistake of the Eden. Okay, Eden's biggest mistake. Because that's exactly how it happened. Signed for Real Madrid for 130 million to grow up to 150 million euros, but never produced anything good. Yes, remember that tackle by Mania, Paris Saint-Germain versus Real Madrid? That was where the crumble began. And since then, it never changed. Some people say he didn't train well, but I dare to say if that was an African player or probably a Nigerian player, everybody would be shouting, age cheating, age cheating. Well, it's not so much to say about Eden Hazard, but on the show today, all I need you to tell me, yes, tell me your best and worst Eden Hazard moment. And then the reason why I say worst is because if you're an Arsenal fan, you would have Eden Hazard worst moment. Maybe it could be that time where he destroyed Arsenal in the finals of Europa Cup, or probably that time where he carried Arsenal players on his back like Jesus Christ carrying the cross from Owerri to Calvary, and he still went on to go and score. So it was a 6-1 demolition, if I'm not mistaken. And so what's your best and what's Eden Hazard moment. But then, have you also gone to a supermarket, gone to a shop, gone to a business place, and in the course of moving your hand, you just, felt some things, and maybe you were asked to pay? What was the story like? And who's that person that you were expecting to tell you sorry, but the person blatantly refused to say sorry? What is the story? Let's have some fun today. Yesterday, I was on Talk Radio on 2 different shows. I was supposed to be on a 3rd show with Gordon Aruayo to just finish the round. I've not really been on radio for a while. And somebody sent me this message. Let me read it. Dayo say, good evening, Idafe. It was sent yesterday. Now that you've gone to Lagos Talk and you were on the Sports Zone and you were also on the Sports Business Show, in all honesty, if you're given a chance to come back to radio, would you come back, or you will stick to your online YouTube channel? I say I don't even need it. I told Charles yesterday, and it was a good opportunity to see Charles, to see Uncle Chego Agbede. I mean, one of the earliest people that I met in Lagos, 2003. We worked in the same building, engineering building, in 2003 up until somewhere around 2005, if I'm not mistaken, or 2006. But then, and Charles Anazodo, is always my friend. He's always somebody that I like, sitting next to, having conversation. And then I saw my biggest mentor in this industry in Nigeria, talking about Uncle Dejamoto Igbo, and a few other friends. I saw Gordon Aruayo, my wife's boyfriend, and a few other guys like that I've not seen in a while. So that was a good moment. But you see, the thing about parties is parties don't happen every day. Once in a while, parties is good. When party becomes everyday thing, becomes useless. Would I want to go back and work in radio? Nah. I wouldn't lie. I enjoyed myself, but I don't know. I don't like that kind of radio anymore. I just feel like, no, that's not. Like, it feels like telling me to go back to the 80s, go and live in the 80s. There was nothing about it. And, sometimes it's always because you've not had the opportunity. Now that I went back yesterday, I was just asking myself, is there anything that I really missed radio? I didn't miss anything in the radio. It's like calling Jesus to come back again and go to the cross. I didn't miss anything about radio. There's nothing about that type of radio, that structure of radio that I really miss. And so somebody asked me there, actually, that if we give you 1 hour airtime to come and do show here and all that, and we'll pay you XYZ amount, would you come up? I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't have the ability anymore to do that kind of radio. I would fail woefully. I would flop. Some days I will not even show up. Some days I just know. I know that I can't do it anymore. And it took yesterday for me to really be convinced about it. Just that. And then again, if it was closer to me, would I do it? Nah, that's not. This vibe that I get doing this, even in the midst of all of the things that I'm going through, this vibe that I get doing this, it's not there. And it was yesterday that I was convinced, because somewhere, most times when my wife will talk about it, and she'll be like, that, babe, if you had not left brilliant the way you left, let's say you left in a very happy note, and they call you back to come and do a show, you will still go back. And I said, no, I don't think. Having tasted this, I don't think I want to go back. It's like saying that now I'm married, but would I want to go back to my ex-girlfriend? Nah, obviously, nah. Yeah, and I had very, very beautiful ex-girlfriend. Okay, let's not make it look like, oh, my ex-girlfriends were like devils. No, good friendship, good relationship, good people, but I won't go back. That's the answer to it, Daniel. And I don't see myself ever wanting to go back there, whether there's a program or not. But one thing that I can do, if somebody shows up and says, uh, can you do a syndicated show for us? That's a syndicated show means I'll record it in this studio, give them the audio, and then they can go play it any radio station they like. That's fine. I can do that. I'm not living here. I'm not going anywhere. It's fine by me. But then I'll go to one radio station. I'll be doing first of the equipment the whole setup looked terrible compared to what I have here. And I'm not going to do it. Having gotten past that, and there's a whole lot of questions like that, but that one was the peak of the pile. It was top of the list, and I just said, okay, let me answer it because the person is also a very regular listener on this platform. And for those of you, if you have any question regarding my appearance yesterday, I'm very open to answering them. But I just thought I should start the show with that. But then let me ask you, let's talk about apologies today. Like I've always said, have you ever expected apology from someone and it never came? Okay, share the story. Let us know. Have you also ever mistakenly damaged something in a store, in the market? Tell us how that went. Okay, what I mean by that is, I don't know, but it's happened to me before when I went to a market and I was trying to like describe something and I knocked something and it went down. I went to buy baby things at the time for a friend who was pregnant, and there were this bottle store stacked on one side of the store. There's a jar, and 6 of the bottle came down crashing. It was in Abuja, and it was good that with the time it happened for me, I had money, so I just calculated all of them and I paid for it, and it was fine. But it was an expense not planned for. I don't know if it's ever happened to you guys, but that was my experience, and there's a reason why I'm saying that. And again, talking about paying for something, this show wouldn't have been possible today without my friend, my brother, Professor Igor. Okay, it's the guy who takes care of the bill to put the lights on so that we can have the show. We've not been having lights for a while. I don't know what's happening. And it's been crazy, buying fuel every single day the way it is. It's been crazy. But whatever it is, we are live here. We're going to do the show for the next 1 hour. Yeah, did I get my visa? Yes, I got my visa. I got a 2 weeks visa. It's already counting. I've not traveled. I should have traveled. And I recalibrated my plan. I was expecting a 3 months visa because that's what I asked them for. But they're like, oh, you're actually going for one meeting, a meeting that is supposed to be less than 30 minutes. Why do you need a 3 months visa? They wrote me a well-detailed letter. Why do you need a 3 months visa when the Bundesliga people said it's a meeting, but they want like face-to-face meeting? That's why they are even, because they have to go back and like, why can't you do your meeting on the Zoom? They said we've been having meetings in Zoom since 2019, back and forth. They just want me to come. They brought the Bundesliga trophy to Nigeria. They brought in Bayern legend Giovanni Ebba. They brought in what's the other guy that came in before, Roy McKay and the rest of them. So they just wanted me to come in, see their facility, their whole system, and then have a meeting. That okay. So the embassy like, okay, that's not enough to give you 3 months visa. What are you doing in Germany? My friend, stay in your country. If you want to jackpot, tell us. If you don't want to jackpot, but now I don't have money to buy flight tickets. That's my problem. But see, when I will be the fan of this show, when I go do GoFundMe now, so that I can buy this ticket and begin go. But having said that, I'm going to get every minute of my time that I'm here, depending when I jump on the plane and go to Germany. But then when I talk about it, I said, okay, 2 weeks. I should have just go to Germany, go to Super Eagles camp in Portugal, support them, and then come back and maybe go branch off in Spain, just go and take a picture at the Madrid stadium. You see, I don't know. My wife used to always say this thing. Now it's coming. My wife will say, even when I don't have money, I'll be planning things that somebody who Otedola is not planning. I don't understand how I do that. I don't know if it happens to you guys, but it has always been like that for me. I don't, whether I plan, whether I get money or I don't get money. One thing I know is my plans are always big. I don't know. I've never stoop down to like cut down my plans. Like, oh, if you don't get money, cut down the plan, cut down your expectations. No, my expectations are always very high. Even this morning, I was like, this is what they don't like. No, you don't get money off for it. I want to do your show today. I was already preparing. I was scripting things down. I was, writing things. I was like, don't worry, the show will run. And truly, Arotori came true. So it's always like that. The way you say it, the way you believe it, that's the way it works. Well, having said that, let me read the squad for you again. Guess what squad, what game this is? It's gonna be hard, yeah. It's gonna be hard. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some clues that would help. Okay, this game was the time where you can only name two substitutes in this game. Okay, this is a time where you could only name two substitutes in a football match. That's clue number one. The squad, okay, the team is Liverpool. Let's make it easy, but you have to tell me what game this is. Bruce Grobella was in goal. This game was played in Wembley. Bruce Grobella was in goal. Steve Nicol, who now works with ESPN as an analyst. Sometimes we think he's stuttering. It's not grown fat anyway. Steve Nicol was in goal for this game. And it's 19. Okay, it's in the 80s. It's in the 80s. And the magic thing is I was in the stadium. Yes, I was in the stadium when this game was played. Gary Gillespie was there. Alan Hansen was there. Gary Albert was there. Ray Hilton was there. Nigel Speckman was there. Steve McMahon was there. John Barnes was also there as he was wearing number 10. And then there was Peter Besley and John Aldridge. Okay, the substitutes in this game were Craig Johnson and Ian Mulby, the Swedish guy. Okay, and I remember in the 74th minute, Nigel Speckman was removed for Ian Mulby, the Danish guy, sorry. And then you have the Englishman, Craig Johnson, coming in for the Irishman, John Aldridge, in the 84th minute. Okay, so 64th minute, sorry. So tell me what game this is. And I look at the opposition team. I think this one will just make it easy for you guys to know who I'm talking about. Dennis Wise played for the opposition. Dennis Wise. He was wearing JC number 11. And they have blue jerseys. Okay. Dennis Wise was there. Oliver Goodyear was there. Dave Besant, the captain of the side, was there. Ferry Felland, okay, was there as well. Lerwin Sanchez was there. Alan Cock was there. Terry Gibson was there as well. I've omitted some obvious names that are very, very, very like clue busters. Okay, those are clue busters. This game ended 1-0. Sanchez scored the only goal of this game in the 37th minute. The attendance for this game was 98,203. Okay, so tell me what game I am talking about. Yeah, these are some of the puzzles I will be solving continuously on the show. Well. Let's go to this one. Additional Mama say, good morning, Lagota TV family. Good morning to you. What's great and refreshing having you at Sports Zone and the Sports Business Show on Lagos Talk. Thank you very much. Apology, no go kill you. Look ahead of what you will miss and go for it. Aroturi says greetings. Additional Mama say, the ticket money must show. My brother, the ticket money must show because it is that meeting and that signing is fundamental to the growth of this business. So ticket money must come. But funny enough, I don't have money, and then I'm not worried. What do I have a problem? Because my wife seems to think I have a problem, that the whole world can be crashing. I am not bothered. There's only one thing that had bothered me was the process leading to my son's brain surgery. My blood pressure shot up, and I'm still trying to recover from that. Because I've never had me. I'm over the one. That was the one time in my entire life that I was bothered. November last year to February this year, and seeing the size of the thing that was removed from his brain, I was like, this small boy, 3 years old plus. But hey, I really don't know. Is it a bad thing? Because my wife seems to think it's a bad thing, that I should be worried when something is not right. They should seek concern, but I'm always keeping a straight face. They sack me, straight face. I'm living my life. I got disappointment with contract, straight face. I sponsor school blog, straight face. I'm just that guy anyway. But I want to know, maybe, I need to get psychological evaluation from you people. You guys think it's a bad thing? Okay, so yesterday Charles said something on the Sports Zone, that why is it that people's first impression of me is that I'm a violent guy, I'm a very, very rough person. And I said to Judge, honestly speaking, I'm a violent guy. I'm a violent, like very, very violent guy. It's just like in Melin, the ability, and that's the thing I like about the movie Melin. The ability to be very, very powerful, to know that you can do a lot of bad things and be able to control it. To me, that's real power. I don't know about anybody, but I need to hear your opinion. Paul Obi say, good morning, Mr. Dafe. It is Liverpool and Chelsea 1988 FA Cup final. Chelsea was not in the finals of the 1988 FA Cup. So it is not it. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're very, very wrong. I just want to say it's very good to always stay calm no matter what the situation. You were perfect with it. You always take rational decision when calm and confident, being in control. Thank you very much. So Mrs. Adafe does not think so. She thinks I should be panicking when it's because that's what she is. I remember when her mom was sick and she was going back and forth. I said this word. I don't know if I should regret it, but I said it. I said, babe, but you know that this woman would eventually die, Sha. This one that you are doing, 10 pints of blood, yeah, oxygen, yeah, all this. You know that this woman is going to die, and she was blown up. Like, God dare you say that? Blah 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 blah. I said, babe, I've been on this road. I was here 6 years. My mom was sick. Like, we're going back and forth. And then at one point, I realized she's gonna die. You know what? Let's just sit back and see what happened. And 2 weeks later, she died. I said, she's gonna die. So prepare your mind for it, you know. But I became the devil. I went to go and tell her elder sisters, and they were looking at me like which like devil. You know the funny thing, they not discharge her from the hospital. Okay, so she was fine. She was talking again. She called me. We were talking. And all of them were like, you know that song for Worry? I don't know if you sang it in Lagos, but in Worry, they used to sing this song. I go rejoice, you Satan, you go shame. You know, so the feeling, the way they were talking to me was in the mood or in the ambience, the cadence of that song. I go rejoice, you Satan, you go shame. They discharged her on Friday. And I said to her, I said, it's okay, it's good. It's not like I don't like her. I mean, I like her, but I'm telling you, this woman is struggling. She doesn't want to stay anymore. She's giving up. So we are just postponing the inevitable. On Sunday, they rushed her to the hospital. Monday, she died. When they told me, I wasn't so like I really don't cry when people die. Like, oh, no, not a big deal. I'm numb to those kind of emotions. That's how my friend's father died at 98 and he was crying and he called me, he was talking. I said, well, your father at 98 years, don't worry, man, shut up. And the plan, can't be planning the party that we'll do. And then now he blocked me on WhatsApp. He's keeping my list with me. I'm evil. I wish bad on his father. Like, I don't understand. 98 years old. Even the God that created the world, I even have to believe the Bible elastic. He said 70. 3 score, 1 score is 20 years. 3 score is 60 plus 10 years is 70. You see 98. What a problem with people? You want to live forever? Let's say, what's up? Come on, what's that now? Well, let's go back to sports. Let's look at the sporting news while you guys are lining up your stories. I like to read your stories or your questions as the case may be. I'm coming. I've given enough clue. That clue is enough to tell you if you're a football person. If you're not a football person, then you shouldn't even be here in the first place. This is not the place where we don't know football. If you're a football person, you should already know. Unless you just started watching football like 2 weeks ago, or 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 10 weeks, and then I can understand. Yeah, but really football person, you should know. And would Webb admit Mateo Kovacic should have been sent off in Man City's 1-0 defeat by Arsenal after Michael Oliver failed to show him a second yellow? It says a straight red card for earlier challenge would not have been overturned by VAR. So it wasn't even the VAR problem, it was Michael Oliver. In other words, English referees are fixing that. This is what we were talking about yesterday on the Sports Zone. And they were trying to make it look like it's a Nigerian thing because they're not in the African Cup of Nations. Blah, 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 blah. It's another one again. How many PGMOL apologies have we had this season now? How many referee human error have we alluded every match fixing fault to now? Oh, now they can't. I tell them, so I go can't. Basket go full of water. Basket when they go carry water for every mistake of Premier League. The funny thing is, how it took you people this long to realize this. This thing has been happening like since forever. But now I just realized that it just surprised me because I remember about 15 years ago I said this same thing that English referees are fixing matches. They don't move where they need to go. They don't think where they elevate. Very early in the season, they already plan for this thing. They don't think where they win the title. They already they use hot air balloons. They form the team. They go up. Like, oh, this is the team that will win. And then they also know those things that they see. This is my theory of the Premier League. The board, the B316. If you watch the fixer, Olivia Pope's the fixer, you would understand where I'm coming from. My context of that word B316. The B316 decides from before the season starts who go win the league. And then they call all these referees to a meeting and say, listen, this team is our candidate for the title. They must win the league. Do everything possible to make them win the league. Blackburn winning the league in 95 not be an accident. That is a strategy to create a talking point that will last a lifetime. Leicester winning the league is not an accident. It was at a time in 2016 where, you know, the whole world was having a magical moment. Cleveland Cavaliers won the NBA, the what's it called? These people won the Stanley Cup, World Series, and different surprise. So the Premier League also aligned in that queue and said, okay, you know what? Arsenal and Spurs, no, they should not win it now. Spurs are never ready. So it's Arsenal, no, don't let them win it now. Let's give it to a neutral team, but they have spent some money. They gave it to Leicester. Then you look at Man City, spend money. Okay, let's give them. They've won 3 on the row. They've won the treble. Okay, it's enough. This season, they don't call referee. Man City can never win this title. Let's look for somebody, maybe Arsenal, maybe Liverpool, maybe... Okay, let's even finally give Spurs a chance. I don't know who they have picked, but I know that they don't want Man City to win it. Yeah, that one is clear on the bounds. Man City is not going to win this title. Having said that, this is a theory, a process that have gone on since forever. Just that people, you know, people in my world, in my skin color, my group of people, my class of people, always think that white man, then they make mistake. And I said this thing about Eden Hazard. If Eden Hazard was black, nobody will give all this excuse of, oh, because he doesn't train well, he's not disciplined, he's playing. And then the funny one is that people say he played too much games. Like one person had the audacity to even write that a decade ago, 10 years ago, they don't play more games than that. 10 years ago, there were still 38 games in the Premier League. 10 years ago, the Champions League is still the Champions League. Which competition Eden Hazard they play now, we not play before 10, when they not play 10 years ago. So sometimes when I look at this talk, I was like, man, shut up. People just like to make excuses. If that was a Nigerian, if not Victor Osimhen, God forbid, now they will retire at the age of 32. People go say, hey, we not say this age, he play wayo with the age. But there is playing over 40 now. Nobody's talking about the fact that he's still playing at 30 something, almost 40. Nobody's talking about that longevity because not be white. And a white man answer, what does he eat? His training regime, his discipline, is that. Well, let's move on the conversation. I say, Manchester City's Kovacic should have been seen red card against Arsenal, according to our Webb admitted on Tuesday night as the referee's body PGMOL owned up to yet another major mistake. For the second successive weekend, the biggest game in the Premier League was overshadowed by an officiating error. Referee Michael Oliver failed to dismiss Kovacic when he fouled Declan Rice while already on a yellow card. A week earlier, Luis Diaz, opener for Liverpool and Tottenham, was wrongly disallowed for offside. With a look, we humbly apply and we are looking. Szoboszlai and Maddison have shown Arsenal got the value of their money's worth with Declan Rice, but Onana has had a trying time at Manchester United. So I ask you, who are the best and the worst of the Premier League signing in 2023? Summer signings of 2023 we've seen enough games. 7 games have been played so far. Hey, Bamiji, I see you. I'm sending a special cameraman to come cover you guys for the Sporting Lagos game this weekend. I don't know if I'm still going to be in the country, but I'm sending my producer to come cover you guys. Special focus on the happy corner. So tell you guys, come ready, pump up the energy. Let's see the noisy Lagosians do their things. And I just pray that the game ends up with a win anyway. But let's see how it goes. Get the media accreditation ready for him. It's going to happen. You guys deserve all the noise. People need to know how the story started. I was telling somebody that actually inside the studio was where this whole conversation started. And it's not by mistakes. It's a deliberate and intentional work. And the man behind it is Ojo Olabamiji, fantastic guy, a banker and a football analyst, one of the best. And not because of his ability to anchor that show. That's not what I like about him. His ability to lead. Leaders are very scarce these days, where everybody is looking for who to blame, looking to dock the responsibility. This man has got at the shoulders, and he's big anyway, so he's got a big shoulders to carry responsibility, and he likes to push people. You know, we saw Alisson go to Big Brother, but he played a massive role to see that happen, and he's been a wonderful guy. And I think that we should also focus on people who are doing it here. And I was like, well, we're talking about all the things that people do in Europe, this person, that one. But when people are doing some good things in our own neck of the wood, we should also talk about it. So for the Sporting Lagos game this weekend, I think you would get that focus on the Happy Corner team, and we would take it out from there. It's going to be a segment on the next episode of Around the MPFL, because the Around the MPFL is a magazine show that focuses on coaches, players, fans, and special people in and around our Nigerian Premier Football League. I don't care whether the sponsors will come or not, but that's my own brainchild. That's a project that I love. I will keep pushing it until I get it. Well, guys, I'm still looking for ticket money. I have my visa now. I'm still looking for ticket money. I need to go to Germany to go sign up this contract. But while we're doing that, let's continue with the news. Okay, like I asked, who are your favorite, your best, and worst summer signings so far in the league? They say we should give them time to perform. Some have done their performance. I will say Manchester United are still the House of Horror, Hammer House of Horror. One win today, terrible result the next, and players every week, or 1 week one trouble, year one player has been caught up in sex scandal again. Maybe the next person that will be caught up in sex scandal will be Eric Ten Hag. I don't know, but let's see how it goes. With the second of the international breaks this season underway, Premier League watchers can pause and assess their club's fortunes with just over a quarter of the season completed. While some clubs such as Tottenham and West Ham could be seen to be overachieving after their high-profile summer exits, some, like Chelsea, the billion-pound waste empire, and Manchester United, the house of devil leaking roof, terrible play, sex scandal, and all that, have had a stuttered start to the season. Despite recruiting heavily over the summer, but not all signings are created equal. Yes, all fingers are not equal, the same way all animals are not equal. Is the Orwell novel, okay, the animal farm. And some have settled more quickly than the others. So let's look at you telling us who you think have done well as a summer signing and those that have failed. We're talking about Old Trafford. There is dilemma at Old Trafford. Over Old Trafford, their leaky roof amidst ownership that today's Barnsley friendly comes too early for Mayfield Stylet. Plus, David De Gea is back at Manchester. He was there to see the female team play their game, just watching, smiling and laughing over there. But let's see how it goes. During the staff meeting at the stadium, managing director Colette Roach outlined the difficulties United face in trying to fix the problem that has come to symbolize the Glazers family neglect of the club. Well, you guys sold him the club, and he's got the right to run it the way he wants. He wants to run it the way they're running Nigeria, from top to bottom, the way Buhari did. Well, let's see. If he's clueless, like Nigerians called Gulo Jonathan, let's see. Whether he's a forger, I don't know, but let's keep it going. Harry Kane is promising England the things that he could not do for them in his youth. He's saying that when I'm old, like Lionel Messi, who took his old age to give Argentina another World Cup, he said, when I'm old, I'm going to do it. My son, I promise you, I will deliver. It was Pele who promised his father not to cry, that daddy, when I grow old, I will win the World Cup for you and Brazil, after Brazil lost the World Cup in 52, if I'm not mistaken, in Sweden. And Pele said, don't worry, daddy, I will win the World Cup for you. Don't worry. As my son would say, I will buy aeroplanes for you, daddy. I will buy blue aeroplanes for you, daddy. I hope that they comes anyway. Well, Pele won 1, 2, 3 World Cup. Every time he got to the finals, he won it. Well, Harry Kane is saying they might not be able to win the World Cup. Oh. The World Cup is not for England. Oh. It's not coming home. But we might win the Euros in 2028. Even the one that they rigged for England to win, they did not win it. So they've now won the bid to host the 2028 World Cup alongside Ireland, 2 countries that are not supposed to marry. So, but they've agreed that they will host together. I hope that Ireland doesn't spoil the party. So they are going to host and try to win in 2028. And Harry Kane has admitted He might still be around to play. When asked if he will still be playing for England when the competition gets underway in 2028, the striker responded, "Hopefully, I am. I am sorry to be around, but it is still a few years away. Let's see if he wins it for them. I don't know." Foes reunited. Lionel Messi is set to receive a loan offer from Saudi Arabia after Inter Miami's playoff blow. The Middle East chiefs desperate to reignite the rivalry with Cristiano Ronaldo. Have you noticed that since Messi started scoring in the US, Ronaldo all of a sudden found his energy? Every fan of Cristiano Ronaldo should be praying for Messi. The success of Messi ignites Ronaldo. But I will never forget 2013. Just the same way some of you will never forget 2010. So in 2010, there's a claim that Wesley Benjamin Sneijder was robbed of the Ballon d'Or and was given to Cristiano Ronaldo. I disagree. I really do not agree that, was given to Messi. I do not agree that Messi should have won it, but in all endeavor, I also do not believe that Wesley Benjamin Sneijder should have won it. Maybe Iniesta, I understand. But Sneijder, okay, yes, they won the treble, it's Italian Cup, Italian League, and the Champions League. What was the best player for Inter Milan? It was a certain Milito. Yes, it was Milito that was the best player of that team. Scored all the goals, created chances, did everything. So, how is Benjamin Sneijder the best player in that? I don't understand. But hey, in 2013, yes, my man, Frank, the Scarface like me, Ribery, won the Champions League, won the league, won the cup, won the treble, won the European Super Cup, won the World Club Cup and everything. And he didn't win it. Cristiano Ronaldo came with his family. I was sharing crocodile tears of joy. Are you freaking kidding me? Yes, they gave it to Cristiano Ronaldo. I was like, okay, well, I mean, what did Cristiano Ronaldo do? He didn't win anything this season. Why are they giving it to him? Hey, it is football. These things happen. Then, the reason why I'm bringing this is, I was telling somebody yesterday, my outing yesterday was fun. Listen, unless you are an overwhelming favorite, sometimes sentiment comes to play. And when people give award, they say, what's it called? Osimhen might not win the award. I said, no, the sentiment favors him this time. His performance is good, but he's the star boy. Every award, they want a star person to win. I remember when Murphy was giving presenter of the year one time of a Jemba. And then the following year, I always remember this. The following year, the award, the people were conducting the award, nominated Murphy again. But before they could even start, they called him and told him, bros, we're not going to give you the award 2 times. So, because we even though say we're not saying that you be the best, that you be the good one, but we're not going to give you 2 times. And then they went on give it to Gordon in Akena. And that's why I say, hey, maybe some people don't call us, and then they also want the award. So we just wanted to balance. I said, oh, your award is not based on merit, it's based on sentiment. Okay, go ahead. So the 3rd year they not nominated me and I called the guy. If you not come on my name for that thing now, I'll go on radio and I will mess you guys up. So remove my name. I don't want to win this type of an award. I beg you, please. This is an award. One of the select people. There might be somebody that said that's even better than me, but please, take me out of it. One of those things that happen. Well, it happens with the Ballon d'Or. It happens with every award. So don't think it's a Nigerian thing. I'm just saying that the iconic rivalry between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo that dominated European soccer for the best part of the decade may revive the Middle East. Wow, what Messi brand good though. He turned the Middle East down. He went to America. Now they want to bring him alone. And if you hear the rabba, what do they call? Hey, rabba, Baba will go. Hey, rabba. That's the rabba where they won't give Messi for this loan. But Barcelona are begging me, please don't go. Just come here. Let's give you a proper send for the one that you didn't give him that time. Yeah, when you made him cry, even when they sang, don't cry for me, Argentina, you made Messi cry. No, it's not coming. Liverpool fans slams our Webb for failing to apologize for Luis Diaz wrongly disallowed goal against Tottenham. Branding the ref chief appearance on match officials mic'd up as a waste of time. Webb discussed the controversial incident of match officials mic'd up on Tuesday night, with the PGMOL chief insisting the VAR officials were right not to stop the match after recognizing the howler. Okay, the headlines were written in 2019 on the day he was presented at Real Madrid for £90 million plus 40 million of add-on, he would turn the Santiago Bernabeu into the Garden of Eden, destroying teams with the skills that had made him one of Chelsea's all-time greats. Really? Chelsea must be a shitty club for Eden Hazard to be one of their all-time greats. They don't really have great players. Jesus Christ. Eden Hazard, who retired on Tuesday, age 32, never really came out to play in Spain. There was one important injury, and those at Real Madrid who brought him to the club with such high hope will always wonder what might have been had he not been kicked by international teammate Thomas Meunier in November 19 in the Champions League game against Paris Saint-Germain. I remember that game because I watched the game. I wrote some analytical piece about it for my show the following day. Yes, the Premier League are facing calls from clubs to provide a formal response to the outbreak of war in Israel. Is the Premier League the one now that fight war? Are they the peace mission and the cavalry? I don't understand. Because other league, nobody's calling other league. Well, let's go ahead. With the executive and several of them unhappy at the sports silence since last Friday's terrorist attack by Hamas, numerous executives raised security concern as one of their reasons for not speaking, and while others expressed fears about being seen to take sides in the Israeli-Palestine war. But somewhere down the road, February, the upper year, a war started. Russia, Ukraine, on a seized Russian man club. Now, Israeli businesses are not being seized, though, or Palestinian businesses are not being seized. You see, when Oyibo man do I'm gonna go say it okay. Well, let's go outside of football and see. Well, at the ripe old age of 37, Rafael Nadal have promised the organizers of the Australian Open that come next January, inshallah, true to God, I need tell you, I will be there in person. Yes, to perform the way I normally perform. The power of the oxygen is coming. The power of the bull, the Spanish bull, is coming. The 37-year-old Grand Slam legend has been out of action through injuries since the Australia Open January this year, leading to speculation that it could be about to retire. But then he says, if I was injured in Australia and I stopped playing, he says, I'm going to take Australia to come back. Well, let's talk about sorry now. How many times have you mistakenly or accidentally damaged something, you apologize, and then you say, I will pay for it? Yes, even though Liverpool fans are angry that nobody told them sorry. Well, let's talk about a man, an African, who damaged the door and said he's sorry. Francis Ngannou. You know that guy? The beast, the Samson of this era without dreadlock. As accidentally handed Tyson Fury another indicator of his prodigious strength by accidentally shattering a shop door in Las Vegas. The Cameroonian-born former UFC icon is in Las Vegas training for his upcoming box office clash with heavyweight boxer Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia in a highly anticipated clash. Okay, the fight is said to be hugely financially lucrative. There is plenty of money for both parties, although Fury has been outspoken in his estimation that he will earn around £164.5 million from both his fight later in October and an upcoming bout with Alexander Zinchenko. Well, he was trying to get into the shop. He shook the door, tried to open it, and the glass shattered. Too much power running through him, like he's from the multiverse. Okay, I don't know, but one way or the other, so much power like he's an Avenger or he's Dr. Barnes, okay, from Dr. Banner to Incredible Hulk. Well, what do we have here? Let's see some of the comments that you guys have dropped. I don't think a lot of comments are there on YouTube, but I'm sure there are some on Instagram. Ooh, I'll miss these guys. So if I eventually make this my trip, I'll miss you guys. Okay, but I will still do my daily diary. The chance up. Yes, Downton 2310 says it's Liverpool be Wimbledon. Okay, I guess I want to say Liverpool versus Wimbledon. Yomiti said 1989 final between Liverpool versus Everton after extra time 3-2 Liverpool won. But you remember when I was giving the clue, I said the game ended 1-0. 1-0. Okay, I know why he jumped to that conclusion, but it is not it. Yomiti, for once you are wrong on this one. Okay, Mr. Sugar say Hazard played played more games than Lampard. He played more than Cristiano Ronaldo. I beg, let's leave Matthias. Alabamiji says we will be expecting him. Kalejaye, I hope you're listening. There is expectation. When Babiji says expecting you, I've experienced his whole type of hospitality. Give me one burger that I ate at John Rocket. Oh, God, that's free advert for John Rocket. Okay, well, let me say, give me this burger that I ate at John Rocket. I've been wanting to find the perfect time to take my wife and my kids to that place. But medical being not be my mate. Monthly medical being not my mate. So I'm playing conservative for now. Allow me to say, leave Eric Ten Hag go. The scandal in Man United, he don't do. No, Eric Ten Hag should be the next. Should be the what's it called? One of the female staff should say Eric Ten Hag palm her breast or palm her yash. She was walking past. You know that kind of Donald Trump group them by the somewhere. That kind of Donald Trump thing. Or you just say, you know that if somebody just come and say Eric Ten Hag kiss me or palm my breast, they're not going to whether video evidence. Eric Ten Hag will explain tire. He go explain tire. Then go everybody go believe. You know why? Because that is the house of sex. Just like Nigeria now. If something lost somewhere for abroad and you be in Nigeria and the point to you saying that you take up, there's nothing you can say. You are going for it. Or if your company, you're working in the abroad currently now, then management just come and say you forge your result, they fire you. You go explain tire. And they tell you go explain tire. Even though say the original copy of your certificate you bring, you go explain tire. I'm not calling anybody name. I'm just telling you the way it be, the way like Nigeria, like Man United. If anybody just come out now say Man United player raped me, everybody have agreed. That's the way it is. But like somebody will be say one of their family member the Chris. Any day we invest, say Chris won't start. Hey, watch well. And the Chris won't start. So hey, Mona no let her walk up last. So Mona let her, you know, that's just what it is. Okay, Yamiti said what price for West Ham has been good. Szoboszlai for Liverpool has been good, but I like to do my rating after one full season. That's so long that the show say do the rating now. When the season ends, we'll ask you again. You said, Yamiti, you know, you forget say Maddison sign for Sports Show. You pretend like say Maddison no sign. Well, if you're a Chelsea fan, you're not gonna know other players for club where they do well. Because right now, football not the sweet for what you did. Football now be like Ekpom and Rice. Sand fully sand. The difference between sand and the rice, you don't know the difference again. Mr. Sugar, I want to say, but wait to why Palestine go they fight with Israel and be crying? They are killing also, but they will always go find trouble. This talk, we talked this talk yesterday for Lagos talk. I don't even bother myself. Mr. Sugar, Zinchenko, who be that one? Zay what? Okay. Yamiti say, I drove my Oga car to learn driving. It was I never really say finish you, but I don't already see trouble coming. Trouble. I see danger, danger. Hey, Voodoo, you got to. He said, I drove my Oga car to learn driving. It's given to me by his driver. Bros, I was lucky I wasn't fired and I had to write an apology letter and went to repair it sharp. I know. So let me tell you another story. I have a similar story like this. I took my boss then, my line man, like my head, my supervisor's 190 Benz. And I almost keep us that day. That's the only accident I've had in my life as say I did drive. I drove the car from Globeside. I was going home to go pick up something. Okay. I wanted to pick up a change of place so that when I finish, we have a party at NPC Staff Club. So I wanted to just go from work. Man, as I did curve like this, they enter Upper Street. This woman, my friend's mom that sell akara at the junction. I don't know what happened. Though. The steering just, they all like the steering lock. I don't know. The steering not return. That's how I run, jam the akara, everything, fire, everything like this. Bah, the whole car. Oh boy, that means you woman. And a very fat, bulky woman, very available woman. Like other elderly woman, she just dodged. Hey, okay. On a normal day, that kind of money there, people they gather because you know akara, they sweet akara, bread and akamu, all those things. Nobody was there. I've key like God knows how many people, 5, 6, or 10 people. But the car scattered. Now guess what? So there is this like monthly bonuses that I always get from him, like my boss, like my supervisor. I don't get that monthly bonus for 1 full year. So I asked him, I say, come on. What do you mean you stop to give me that bonus? He said, "Now the money I to repair my car now. Now the money I to repair my car." I said, really? I will do you back. And I did him back. I did it back to the tune of 1.5 million naira. Yeah. We don't that revenge. See, nobody like revenge like me. It is sweet, revenge. Jesus. If you revenge somebody, it's the sweetest thing you ever done in your life. I'm not a turn the other chick kind of guy. Yamiti, he said, bro, rest though. But you are right, Sha. Maddison has been the best signing this season so far. And now we're talking now. Olabamiji, I know you don't rate Tottenham and they are very good start. But if you were to play the devil's advocate, what would you advise they do to last? They're not going to last the distance. This to 45 seconds man, NLB. They're not going to last the distance. Which last distance? Tottenham will talk. And I'm not going to advise them. I can't. You know the same way I wear. Why you choose the day where I wear this Arsenal jersey to ask me to advise Tottenham? Well, I'm very happy that Tottenham are on top of the league table, right? And I like the fact that they are there because they go bottom of Arsenal. I don't even want to see Arsenal on top now. Let's leave them. Let them be there. Let them just be there. I know that Man City will not win the league this season. And I use the word I know. I'm not saying I guess. And Man City will not win the league this season. Forget about it. But for Tottenham, and me, advise them the advice sheet. They go crumble. Even Man yourself, if come now, revive themselves, go overtake. People will go beat Man City. They will go beat Spurs. They come now. Spurs is 1, 2, or 3 defeat away from going to 5th. See, Kazu, always sentimental about Spurs. Are you a Spurs fan? Let me find know where you stand. Man, know how to tackle you. You I did respect you, but you don't miss out on tackle Malga. Go ask people why I don't work for before. I didn't tackle anybody. Spurs are 1 defeat away. First off, let's not forget that Spurs being on top of the table right now is our Webb and co that gave them that position against Liverpool. Let's not forget that one. Yes, I love their midfield. What's it called? Sa and the other guy in the midfield. I've forgotten his name now. They are doing an incredible job. They are fantastic. But you look at the Arsenal team this season and you tell yourself that this same stage last season, Arsenal was better than what they are now. Gabriel Jesus is not in the best form that he should be. Bukayo Saka is neither here nor there, even though he's had some good games. And I don't think that the midfield have clicked. Kai Havertz is also not there. We are on the same point with Spurs' best ever start to the season since 1961. 61, remember they won the league title. Bissouma is playing out of his skin. Bissouma and Sarr, they are playing out of their skin right now. They are doing the impossible. But if you know Spurs very well, Spurs and stationary stores, they'll be the same. If you know them very well, they've had this before. You remember when they had David Ginola and Jürgen Klinsmann, the first coming of Klinsmann? This Spurs they learn. This one they learn. You remember when they had Martinho, Wandy Ramos, even at Redknapp at one time, other than Jermaine Defoe, then Jermaine Jennings, and the rest of them. Then see, the humble pie is coming after the international break. Spurs are going to lose the game immediately after the international break. I don't care what you say. There's a struggle to beat Luton Town. Okay, now let's keep our fingers crossed and see. It's not because I'm being sentimental. I just know that Spurs does not have what it takes to sustain. They're in a territory that they're not used to. Just like I said last season when Arsenal was stopping the league and everyone's Arsenal, I said, Arsenal, this squad don't get the mental fortitude to understand this. Yeah, this season, one of the best things again for Arsenal is, for me, this season is the best centre-back in the Premier League. It will be taking it too far to say he's the best centre-back in Europe, but he's up there with them. Okay, this season, no, not of all time. The Rolls Royce himself, Saliba. Saliba is fantastic. He's, shown what stuff he's made of. And we saw it last season when he got injured. And Arsenal, remember that since he signed for Arsenal, he's lost only 3 games when he's played 90 minutes. Right. So if you look at all of that permutation, and the Spurs defense line is also good. Udogie is doing a good job. Van der Ven is doing a great job. Sanchez, has come up to the party. Romero have come up to the party. Almost everybody seems to be doing well. And Son Heung-min, is a mean man right now. And his fan is streak, running deep and going, always appearing and getting the ball. Everything is happening for him. And then Kovacic can do no wrong right now. But there's just a chink in the armor. It's called lack of experience. And that lack of experience will come to play very soon. Well, let's just keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. Spurs are not the team that will surprise me. A day is going to come where we will say all these things and Spurs will go on to win the league title. That day is very close. It's not far off. But is that day this season? I don't see it happening. I hardly get these things wrong anyway, but I'll be very, very pleased to get it wrong at least once in a while. But I don't think that Spurs are the team that I want to give advice. So why would we give advice to Spurs now? What's happening? A lot of just say, cars, no mind them. And the Arsenal JC, the sweet team body. Oh, see my United people want to talk. Why would you say I'm too happy for you to tackle you? So I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm too happy. See what you're doing, the people that you're pulling together, the strings you're pulling, and remembering how it started. When I look at you, I get encouraged to do what I'm doing because I'm hoping that I could produce another Bamiji like that somewhere else and get somebody else somewhere else because that's the dream, right? So looking at you, you represent what I can classify as my success. So anything you talk right now, you are forgiven. You are one of the best things that's ever happened on this my journey. So it's okay. You can tackle me, I'll take it. Mr. Sheikh, I said, but that Bissouma, something that's so this season, and now Brighton former player, good. Dot Supre Digital Media says Klinsmann, yeah, Klinsmann played for Spurs now, you don't know. Lab of Jesse, Mr. Sugar, good player. Was shocking how Conte used him sparingly last season. I surprised for Conte himself. I was like, okay, this is the guy that fits the kind of ball that Conte play. Why is he not using it? Pedro Porro too is good. Pedro Porro is doing a good job, but sometimes he gets absent-minded like Alex Iwobi. That's probably the weak point of that team. Yes, it's fine to switch club as a fan, right? It's fine to switch club as a fan, right? I've never done it. I don't think I'll ever do it, so I don't know what that means. But you can also have like affinity towards other club. Where Arsenal is a club that I support. I was born into it, but I like AC Milan. I've always liked AC Milan. I've always liked AC Milan, and I like Real Madrid. I like Barcelona, but Arsenal is my team. But like, okay, let's say, can I have another team that I like in the Premier League? They're good when they play. I like Pep Guardiola a whole lot. I think Pep Guardiola can never do wrong with me. But when I start supporting Man City, which day that one now? Which day that one start? Let's go to YouTube as we round up the show. It's 5 minutes to the end. Allow me to talk about Celebrity TV to the world. Until I get ticket, I don't know. I say I don't support Man United for 20 years, but I don't do again. Oh God, Man United will be worse. Man United always is like, oh God. God. Well, let's go back to what everybody's saying here. Paulo Biscuit said that I enjoyed your program yesterday, but did you see that there are some words you use here that you cannot use on that side? You don't understand. See, first off, when I say this thing, it sounds like arrogant. I'm a master of this game. I'm a master. Anything you've done, this is my 19th year here. So I know what the language is everywhere, every platform, everywhere I go, I know what the language is. Maybe one or two can slip up, but I know how to manage it. I remember when I was in Brazil, I was like, hey, because off air, the way I talk, like when I'm talking with my guys, my crew, we're talking. Like, so why don't you say this on air? I said, no, because the rule does not allow. You've got to go to a place like the best of humans. Psychology says that the best of humans are the ones who can adapt easily. So when you're in Rome, you know, as the Romans do, I've become a master in this. I know what language to use here and there and everywhere. So it's here, there, and everywhere. So you need to know what language to use at any given time. Going to Lagos Talk, it's not a big deal. Like I was going to hang out with my contemporaries, some people that I brought into the game, the people who brought me into the game. I know what I was going to say. I know what the language is here. But this is YouTube. What people don't understand is the power of what I have is there is no NBC hanging over my head. And I always say to NBC people every time when they talk, I was like, if you really have sense, you people, if you really have sense or quality control, NTA should be your focus. You're not doing anything with NTA. You want to come and tell me that Legbere is a bad language and you don't even know the meaning. How can you say something is a bad language when you don't know the meaning? Well, that's a topic for another day. But I had fun yesterday, but would I want to be doing that on a regular basis? God forbid, Martin. I don't get that power. Yeah. Additional Lavuma say, nothing happens by accident. It don't tell. We know EPL is well arranged. It's subtly arranged. And then he went on to say, I retired too early when Mikel retired. They said he make age. Odion still playing. Everyone quiet. Yet they The Musa is overage. Don't mind them. I beg, who revealed that Ten Hag scandal to you, Elibert? It must be the most high. Hey, Jesus Christ. Now keep Amiji. Amiji, I'm sure you're not liking this, but people want to see that scandal happen. Mr. Sugar say, no vessel. Is there any of your show yesterday that is online? Make I watch, and that's the difference between this radio and that radio. Unfortunately, there's not. I don't have it. Bros, what happened yesterday? I waited for the show, but you didn't come online. Did I not announce everybody that I was going to Lagos Talk and Nigeria FM yesterday? Did I not announce to everybody? Did I not tell you all? So I don't understand why you're not doing this also. If you miss this show, always go back and watch it on YouTube so that you will know the trend and the event. Well, having said that, I think it says Man United is purging right now. I wanted to watch one Man U live match, but I do not want to waste my money and go. I bet send me the money to buy flight ticket, go Germany, I beg. Go home with anger because Paul Ayegbami says we have had 8 or more incidents at the minimum from PGMOL this season. Only 7 games, 7 match days. Additional Lavoma say, how you take Duam? Thank God. How I take do what? I don't know what the question is, but this is where I come to the end of the show. It's over. Okay. My name is Edafe Mateo. You love to call me the Elevator One of Sports. If I have not traveled, tomorrow we'll do this again. But if I have, peradventure miracle happens and I travel, you will know. Don't worry. In this space, you will still get information. And so the matter at the end area, one all on our side. Bamiji and Co. Thank you very much, and everybody else. God bless you all. Here's a Patrick Say Good show. That's where we end it all.